Good evening all of you and welcome to my channel Grace and Glam. Well, today is 23rd of April and 23rd of April is marked or observed as English Language Day. So today I'm here to talk about the history and the origin of English language, and I will also be telling you about some interesting facts about English. Okay, so let's get started. Well, 23rd of April is celebrated at the UN as English Language Day, and this day is also observed as the birth and death anniversary of none other than William Shakespeare, the famous writer of all times. So this particular day is actually celebrated or it's being observed since 2010. At its core, English is a Germanic language and its vocabulary and sentence structure is closest to modern languages like German and Dutch. Although there are a lot of languages, or it has been heavily influenced by a lot of other languages throughout its history. So, and there are a lot of words English has picked up even from Hindi words. For example, if we talk about the word bungalow. Now, bungalow is a word which comes from Bangla. That means houses built in the Bengali style. If we talk about the word called shampoo. Now, shampoo comes from the word champu. Champu means massage, head massage. Okay, if we talk about the word pajama. Now, pajama means sleepwear in Hindi. If we talk about the word jungle, jungle means forest in Hindi. Or if we talk about chit, chit comes from chitti. If you have to talk about the word thug, that means thug is a Hindi dialect of thief. If we talk about chutney, now chutney is a pickled condiment used in India. If we talk about the word punch, punch comes from panch. That means the 5 ingredients which are used in making a mocktail or a cocktail. It can be lemon, sugar, water, soda or spirit, and spices. Then there are also words like loot, which means robbery in Hindi. So, and let's also talk about the word varanda. Now, varanda is a word which didn't exist in dictionary earlier, because in Britain there is nothing called as veranda, because Britain happens to be having a very cold climate, so there's no word as veranda. So veranda is a word which is taken directly from India, and it was a word which was actually introduced to us by Portuguese. So hence we see that English is a highly evolving language, and much of English vocabulary is Latin in nature, and it was introduced by the French-speaking Normans who had conquered Britain in the 11th century. Now let me tell you a few interesting facts about English. So what makes this language so popular? Well, let's find out. English happens to be the second most spoken language in the whole world after Chinese or Mandarin, with 983 million people as speakers all across the globe. Well, that's a huge number, isn't it? 67 countries have English as the official language. Well, one of them could be India. 12 million English teachers are there all across the world. Well, in India, around 100 million people speak English, and they earn 34% higher than their counterparts. 11% of the entire English language is just the letter E, and the shortest and the oldest and the most commonly used English word is I. The shortest complete sentence of English language is I am. The longest English word to be spelled without repeating any letter is uncopyrightable. Well, on average, approximately 1,000 new words are added every year to Oxford Dictionary. And last but not the least, most of us would agree that English is the easiest language to learn, and it has got the least number of letters. Okay, so that makes it probably one of my favorite languages, or it's make my favorite language. Okay, because it has got no letters, no genders, no cases, no matras or anything, and simple grammar. Now that we are speaking about English and English language, now it is just not possible to not talk about the legendary Shakespeare. Well, Shakespeare, who happens to be the greatest poet the greatest dramatist, the greatest playwright, the greatest writer of all times to come. Well, he has enriched English literature like anything. He has done a great value addition when it comes to English language with his finest works. It could be Othello or Macbeth or The Tempest, Romeo and Juliet, As You Like It, Twelfth Night, Julius Caesar, King Lear, Hamlet. I don't know, endless books I have read. So most of the books I have read in my school, and my favorite happens to be The Tempest. After I was introduced to Shakespearean stories at a very young age when I was in school, I used to read my books in advance. I also used to read my brother's books in advance because I was not into much of comics or any other fun books. Okay, so I was actually addicted to Shakespearean stories at that point of time, even though I was very young and I wasn't at an impressionable age. But then somehow I felt, all the stories were so engaging, even though I didn't have much knowledge about the intricacies of human relationships and passions. But then I really like the way Shakespeare used to narrate. I mean, he's a great storyteller, no doubt about it. It goes without saying that he was able to decipher every single passion in humans. He was able to actually portray every single passion in humans, be it romance, be it revenge, be it agony, be it despair. So all the things that he has portrayed in his drama is excellent. So I can go on and on. Okay, so there would be endless conversations, there would be endless things to say if I talk about Shakespeare, because I was smitten by him, you can say. So that's all, guys. So I hope you like this episode of mine. I hope you like the conversation. So probably I got little flowed. I get little flowed when I talk about when I talk about my favorite playwright or dramatist or writer, because I have read him so much. So these days probably I'm reading other authors or I'm other writers, but the way he has influenced me in my childhood, the way he has influenced me, so that is complete, it is inexplicable. So friends, good night, good night. Parting is such a sweet sorrow that I shall say good night till it be morrow. So with this wonderful quotes of Shakespeare, I leave you here and I shall meet you again. Okay, till then, stay happy and stay rejoicing.